welcome to Wednesday, aka edition of the SoReal Sports Podcast with your host, the CEO / owner, SoReal Studios LLC, Lamar SoReal, and my partner in crime all the time, Reggie Walker. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? How you doing?
Everything good, man. Everything good, man. In the middle of the week.
Middle of the week, man. Hump day, it is.
Yes, it is. It's definitely hump day. So,
smack dab in the middle of another one.
Yeah, we got some stuff to talk about, but before we do, I would like to announce that I am happy that we did pick up Sony Michel from the New England Patriots in exchange for a 6th round or a 5th round and a 6th round pick. It's a 2022 5th rounder and a 2023 6th rounder. But it could become a 4th round pick, and we'll get those picks back. It just depends on the outcome of Sony Michel. So we should see about that. We are struggling in the running back situation. I know a lot of people, including Reggie, probably wanted us to get Gurley back so the Gurley jersey can make its return back to the show. It's not happening. So it was remain in the dumpster like I keep.
I thought you said you was gonna use it as a doormat.
Well, I was, but it would have been disrespectful to people's speak. So, with that being said,
just can't
that's all I got to say. Any breaking news about your team?
Well, we beat the Jaguars.
Yeah, I did. Convincing.
So happy about that. It's some stuff that I'll bring up later on in the show during my segment. But yeah, so a couple good things have happened in football news. Like I said, I mentioned this again later on, but one of them is the fact that the Jaguars did indeed say that Trevor Lawrence will be the starter week 1.
Wow. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news.
So all you
quarterback battle between him and Gardner Minshew, in which we didn't even put it in our little segment, in our topic Monday. That's how much of a battle it was.
Yeah. Did you see the well, I'm sure you did. I think it was Shannon that said something about or he posted something about Tebow requesting the thing.
He said, since ETN is out for the season, I see y'all need help in the quarterback situation. I mean, running back situation. Why not have me in the running back? I played Pop Warner. I played running back in Pop Warner. Or you give me a shot. Shannon's stupid. And that's definitely in a good way. Mm-mm. All right. So, since we got all that out the way, let's begin with our first topic. Let's go to baseball. Now, in baseball, as it stands right now, we have some teams with a lot of good wins. The team with the most wins is still the San Francisco Giants. They have balled out this year. And in second place, it's shockingly the Tampa Bay Rays. Then we got some good teams like the Milwaukee Brewers, LA Dodgers. They tied with the Tampa Bay Rays. Then we got my Braves leading the division. Cheating-ass Astros leading theirs. Chicago White Sox leading theirs. And the Red Sox and the Yankees are still trying to battle. So, Reggie, I have a question. It's a quick question. It's not too difficult to answer.
I have an answer.
All right. How many teams will win 100 games this year? And name them for.
In my honest opinion, I believe only I'm gonna say a definite 3, maybe 4. Definitely 3, maybe 4. I will break it down to you like this, which probably will be a surprise as well.
Your Rockies.
Out of the they definitely win in 100 games. Out of the AL East, surprisingly, I have the Red Sox. As of right now, they are 72-55. To get to 100 wins, they have to win 15 out of the last 35 games. I believe that that's very doable from the Red Sox. Now, I'm not saying that the Yankees can't do it. I'm not saying that the Rays, who you just mentioned, are on track to do it with 78 wins. But me personally, I just feel like if the Reds can get it together over the course of 35 games, that they can win at least 15 of them. So that's my one. Moving on to AL Central. Now, the White Sox do have the best chance with 73-54, but they will not win it. They will not have 100 wins. So nobody out of AL Central will get 100 wins. Moving on, AL West. Astros have the best chance and the best record, but they're the cheaters. And not to mention that they still have 40 games to play, in which they will have to win 25 of those games to hit the 100-game win mark. So, no, I don't believe that they'll do it. So, out of the AL, I only have the Red Sox with a possibility of the Rays. So, that's my one and my possible. Moving on to let's go NL East. Your Braves have the best record, which you just mentioned. Kudos to you on that. But you will not get 100 wins. I'm sorry. But also, congratulations for being 4.5 games on top of Philly. I like that move. Also, nobody at it NL East will make it. But who will make it is the NL Central and the NL West. And out of the Central, I do have the Reds. If they can just win 15 out of the next 35 games, they did it. I feel confident that they can do that. That's very doable from them. I'm liking the pitching going on there. I'm liking the pitching out of the next one that I'm going to mention, and that would be the Giants, which you also mentioned, in 81 wins and 44 losses. If they win 17 out of the next 37, you pretty much can say that they are the best team in baseball right now. The pitching is great. The coaching is great. I like everything that they got going. So as of right now, my 3 and possible 4 are number 1 in this order will be Giants, will be the first team to reach 100 wins. Second team will definitely be the Red Sox. Possible will be the Rays. And last but not least, we got the Reds coming in 4th. Well, actually 3rd, but we have a possible.
Okay, so you got 4.
3 in a possible.
Well, 3 in a possible.
Yeah.
And spades. So if we were playing spades, you got 3 in a possible. We're definitely going bored because I got nothing. I believe that no team will win 100 games this year.
Wow.
Starting with your Giants. They got 81. They definitely have the best chance of winning it. All they need is 19 to them to hit that 100. I don't think they'll win 19 in order for them to get that 100, because as of right now, they okay on the road, and I believe most of their games are on the road to finish out the season. So I don't have them winning. Let's go to the Dodgers. Dodgers definitely been struggling on the road, and the Dodgers got a bullpen who pretty much sucks. And they got a tough schedule ahead of them.
Not to mention,
they got my Braves coming up next week.
Not to mention all the injuries that they've been battling.
Well, injuries including the fact that they have to deal with Trevor Bauer being unable to pitch. He probably ain't even coming back. But they got a tough road ahead of them. The only easy wins they got is they still got 6 games against the Rockies, and they got 3 games against the Cardinals. Well, 6 games against the Cardinals. So that could probably be 12 wins right there. But I believe that it won't be 12 wins because if I'm looking, 3 of them is in Colorado. And you know how good your team played at home. They play pretty good. It's just their road defeat is terrible because the Colorado Rockies road is 14-47. That's their road record.
Nobody asked you.
43-22 at home.
Nobody asked you for those stats.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Well, let's move on to the Milwaukee Brewers, in which you said they should win. I don't believe so because Milwaukee Brewers has been struggling, even though they done won their last 3. They struggle at home, and that's trouble. For you to struggle at home is a problem, and I don't believe that they'll do it. Their pitching has been on and off, especially with Brandon Woodruff. He's been struggling as of late. It's a lot of pitching going on that's been struggling. Plus, their bats been struggling also. And they got a tough schedule up ahead. And I don't see them being able to come through with the amount of wins. I think they need 23 in order for them to do it. And they got some tough schedule coming up. They got the Giants. They got the Indians. Chicago, they'll beat them. The Mets still trying to battle. And their last 3 games is against the Dodgers. So even if they at 98, they probably won't finish it off because their last 3 games against the Dodgers. And the last but not least, the Boston Red Sox. Red Sox definitely been struggling. They are 6-4 in their last 10 games. And the fact that they're 32-30 on the road, I don't see that. So Reggie, even though you had 3 and a possible, your Rays being the possible, I don't see it happening. No team will win 100 games. But I can agree with you on this. I believe those teams that you did mention will at least win 90. And I got 2 winning 95.
I was just gonna say, can we at least push it up to 95? I got
2 that win 95. I believe the Giants I believe the Dodgers, my bad. The Dodgers and the Rays, they'll win 95.
The Dodgers and the Rays. So you taking the Giants out completely. They will not win.
Yeah, I feel like they'll fall within 90 to 95. They won't hit 95.
Okay.
But they'll fall 90 to 94.
Can we get a shot bet on that?
That they won't get to 95 wins?
Right.
They need 14.
Right.
What's the score right now? Who they playing right now? Nope.
Playing the Mets.
They beating the Mets and they finna beat the Mets. So that'd be 13. No, I'm sorry. But the council, they might do it then. They got a chance. I forgot the Mets suck right now.
Of course they do.
The Mets is struggling bad. I mean, hey. Which is a good thing, because that means my team will win the division. So congratulations to my team. All right. Let's move on to the NBA. We don't have much to talk about in the NBA, but the schedule has came out. And we actually know when our team played and who we playing in certain days. Now, I know I'm trying to prepare myself for whenever we get to play at a state that I'm closest to. Like, for me, for instance, will be Memphis Grizzlies, or the Atlanta Hawks. I'll be closer to those 2 teams to be able to watch my Spurs play. But that ain't the situation. Reggie, what's your 5 most important games for the Boston Red Sox this upcoming season?
You mean the Celtics. And I'm going to start with number 5 and work my way to number 1. And I'm going to use your point on that by saying that I've already talked to one of my homeboys, Travis, who just so happens to be a Dallas Cowboy fan, unfortunately.
Sad.
Not to mention that he's also a Dallas Mavericks fan. So that would be the closest game that I can actually attend to go see with a friend of mine. So that would be an interesting game. I would like to see who we would have matched up against Luka. 9 times out of 10 will probably be Marcus Smart, which I think is a good move. So that would be my number 5.
Okay.
Number 4, of course, I want to see us versus the Bucks. That is my wife's home team. That is my brother-in-law's number 1 team. So I feel like that would be always good as long as they have a dominant force to where they can be to where we have a little bit of competition, because for years Milwaukee was not thought about as far as the East go. Moving right along, the Bulls have made a lot of roster moves, and I'm interested to see a lot of nice roster moves. So I'm interested to see the matchups. I'm interested to see how the coaching will play out. So that would be another high profile game that I'm definitely gonna be tuned into throughout the season, and not just contingent on playoff hopes and all that. I just want to see the good matchups without anybody being hurt, so that there is hashtag no excuses as to what we will be seeing moving forward. Number 2, this is a bitter thing for me to talk about, because you saw what happened in the bubble on last year, on how Miami pretty much took every bit of everything out of my Celtics to win it and make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. Well, I mean, yeah, to make it to the finals. So not to mention Miami had a great offseason as well, just like the Bulls did. So I'm looking to see how we adjust, how the toughness of the schedule will be versus when we actually meet these teams multiple times. I'm interested to see how that will play out. And number 1 will of course be my arch nemesis, my rival, which is the Los Angeles Lakers. So of course we'll play them at least 2 times this year. So I'm looking forward to see how we will contain, because there is no holding him to a certain number. He can explode on any given night. But my thing is just to see how good that new LeBron James generated team will fare against not so put together Celtics team. So of course that would be interesting. Of course the rivalry is there, the camaraderie is there. So of course that's a high profile game for me.
Okay, I like that. All right. Now, let me try to speak on my 5, which is kind of tough for me, because I don't expect my team to be great, but I expect for us to be good enough to make it competitive throughout the whole year. So let me start by the first one that I have on here, and that is November 12th against Dallas at home, which that will pretty much be our 20th game of the season. And after 20 games, I really try to figure out what our record will be. Hopefully we're at least 10-10. If we're lower than that, then yeah, we pretty much got a downfall year coming up. So I just want to see what my team will be around that time. So that's the first one that I'm looking at. The second one I'm looking at is November 26th. And Reggie, if you do not know what November 26th is, it's the day after Friendsgiving. And guess who we play? My partner in crime all the time, Reggie Walker. So we'll be able to watch that game together because we will be together around that time. So that's my second one. All right. Third is December 31st, which is New Year's Eve against Memphis Grizzlies. Now we owe them. It's at Memphis. So it's going to be kind of difficult for me to try to make it there on New Year's Eve. But I'm going to try to make it. I'm definitely going to try to make it. I'm going to find a way to try to make it, because the only other one I can go to is February 28th. And that's at Memphis. But that's on a Monday. But I feel better about that February 28th than I do about December 31st, which is New Year's Eve. So that's 3. The 4th one is Valentine's Day. And if nobody knows, Valentine's Day is my wife's B-Day. And the team that we play on my wife's B-Day is the Chicago Bulls. And that's the team that we gave DeMar DeRozan to. So I really want to see how they are around that time. And I think it'll be around the time All-Star game be coming up or getting close, excuse me. So I want to see us at that situation too. Last but not least, this will be the last one, will be April 5th. April 3rd, I'm sorry. April 3rd against the Portland Trailblazers. Because I feel like this will be a seeding type of game. Not for us, but for the Blazers. Because this could be do or die, and this could determine right here if either he already left, Damian Lillard already left before the trade deadline, or that we beat them to the point that they drop a seed and get eliminated in the first round. And then we could be one of the reasons why Damian Lillard left the Portland Trailblazers. So with that, all that being said, those are my 5 games that I will be looking forward to. Against you, Reggie. First against the Dallas Mavericks to check and see how we are after 20 games. Then I got the Memphis Grizzlies. You know, I got to go to one of those games. Chicago Bulls, and last but not least, April 3rd against the Portland Trailblazers.
Good games, man. And that November 26th game will be a lot of bets going on during that game, I'm sure.
A lot of drinking and a lot of bets.
Yeah, bet.
Guarantee that. You definitely can guarantee that. All right. Now, let's go to some football. Last preseason week of the year. So after this, we will not have any more preseason. We'll be going straight to the regular season. But we got to finish off the preseason, in which we got 4 games on Friday. None on Thursday, 4 on Friday. So we got to discuss these 4 games and make our predictions. Reggie, let's start with the first one. We got the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Detroit Lions. Reggie, who you got winning this one?
Just off the simple fact that no starting quarterback has been named yet. I'm not sure who's going to see it, who's going to play. I'm just going to give it to the Colts over the Lions.
I agree. I got the Colts over the Lions too, because I believe this game 3 will be a quarterback battle to check and see who will win that position. Oh, well, it might not be neither one because Carson Wentz is projected to come back week 1.
He's back?
Yeah. They say he's looking good too. All right. We shall see. Moving on.
He does look pretty mobile. I did see that.
Okay, that's positive news for the Colts. And that's positive news for me because they got the Seahawks week 1. But that's another story for another day. We got the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the New York Jets. Who you got in this one, Reggie?
Jets.
Okay. I disagree. I got the Eagles. Joe Flacco will come out with a playoff performance in week 3 of the season. Give me this will be letting y'all know that Joe Flacco was elite before, and this will probably be his last hoorah as a starting quarterback in the NFL. That's why I got the Eagles. Moving on. We got my daddy's team, the Pittsburgh Steelers, taking on the Carolina Panthers. Shout out to you, James. Who you got in this?
I'm unshouting out James, and I'm picking your dad's team in the Steelers. They will beat the living shit out of the Panthers, and that's on record. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Even though I agree with you, I don't agree with the fact of a beatdown. I believe that Pittsburgh will find a way to pull off the dub. I'm trying to check and see if they actually gonna keep Joshua Dobbs or not. That's the main concern for me because obviously they're gonna keep Mason Rudolph. And then I know they're gonna keep Dwayne Haskins because they see a future in him. So we should see what Joshua Dobbs is gonna do in this game.
Can we get a shot bet on that one? Panthers.
Just for James.
Panthers are
James, I will.
Panthers are -4.
You gonna give me the point? Oh, Panthers -4?
Yep.
I picked the Steelers.
Yeah, I know. But you're saying the beatdown. So do you want just the 4?
What's a beatdown? 10 or more?
8 or more.
8 or more?
Yeah.
Okay, for the hell of it. Let's do
right.
8 or more.
It's for James, remember?
It should finish, yeah. It should finish about time we've done with the Muscle Shirt Friday show. So we should be able to take our shot that night. All right. Last but not least, we got the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. Reggie, who you got in this one?
I'm gonna go with Vikings on this one because Chiefs don't have anything to prove. They already know what's going on. They are ready for week 1, I believe. So just give me the Vikings based off of the Chiefs don't care.
I agree. I got the Minnesota Vikings, and I hope that Kellen Mond can actually show out that night. I'm really looking forward to Kellen Mond because they really need to see something out of him in order for him to remain on the roster, and I honestly believe that. All right. Those are our 4. So with that being said, now we're coming down to the last part of the show, which is Reggie Segment. The floor is yours, my friend.
All right. Now, I did think about this, saying that I'm sure that you and pretty much everybody else in the sports world heard about the Rachel Nichols thing that happened today. I thought that I would touch on it, but again, I thought about it and I was like, you know what? No, there's no need for me to talk about it. But what I will talk about is the fact that on just Monday, you, my good friend, my partner in crime all the time, said that you believe that Drew Lock was a better quarterback for the Denver Broncos, into which I told you that Teddy Two Gloves will be the starter of the Denver Broncos. And the only reason I'm saying something about this is to show that I'm right and you are fucking wrong. Nobody can hear you right now. So with that being said, Teddy Two Gloves has been named the starter of the Denver Broncos. Is that a good move in my eye? Definitely. It's better than what they've had over the past 5, 6, I think I even mentioned 7 seasons with the Broncos. So was he better than Trevor Siemian? Is he better than Trevor Siemian? Yes. Is he better than Case Keenum? Yes. Is he better than Joe Flacco, who you just gave praise on, who will probably not have a good game coming up Friday? Yes. And is he, in fact, better than Drew Lock? Yes. Because he just won the quarterback battle. I don't care about your sideways thumb. This lets me know that, again, I was right, you were wrong, and this was my time to shine and show that I was right and you were wrong. Teddy Two Gloves will not only do a lot better than Drew Lock did. Drew Lock won 4 games. Teddy Two Gloves will win 7 games. That is substantially better coming from a football perspective. So that's all I wanted to mention. Nothing really in detail about anything. I'm not going to bring up stats about how bad Teddy was in Carolina, even though he only won 4 games there too. But the fact of the matter is that it remains, I was right, you were wrong. So if your father's watching this, he can also weigh in and say how accurate my football skills are versus my baseball skills, into which I also won the battle of baseball on Friday, on Muscle Shirt Friday. So, yeah, that is my section. I feel good about that.
Yeah, you can brag. You're absolutely right. I should have mentioned it. I wanted to mention it before we started the show, but damn it. I made your segment even better by not mentioning it earlier. Dang. I sure was gonna mention it too.
And
Sorry,
for that,
though.
thank you.
I'ma
That's why I only said something about the Trevor Lawrence, because I said I was gonna bring it up later on.
And I was gonna mention that, but I was like, nah, we ain't gonna mention it. It's all right.
Yeah. I felt that since I was here that I give, the Broncos fans that are here, the ones that know me and know where I'm from and who I represent and how much shit I give them on a daily basis about the Broncos. I feel like I should, at least give them a little bit of hope in Teddy Two Gloves. So congratulations on that. They did not get Aaron Rodgers, who they wanted. Did not pick up Lawrence in the draft. I don't know why they thought that was going to happen in the first place. But, I mean, hey, you got your better quarterback than you've had in the last 4 or 5 seasons. Well, actually, since Peyton. To be honest, this is the best quarterback that you had since Peyton. He's young. He's, I won't say the most talented, but he's not the one that's going to go out there and do the same thing that Drew Lock did. So that's at least something that Fangio can look forward to as far as a winning organization. And at least if he doesn't work out, Drew Lock is still there.
Right. In which that's what I'm going to predict. By the end of the season, Drew Lock will be the starting quarterback. That's my only hope. That's my only hope. All right. So now since all that's taken care of, what we got next? Muscle Shirt Friday. Get ready for that. Watch these games coming up on Friday.
Hey, have you checked the poll? Did you even create a poll?
Huh?
On the Muscle Shirt Friday gear.
Did I check?
Did you create a poll? I thought you was gonna create a poll on which one that the fans like.
I'm gonna create the poll on Friday.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I messed up and didn't create the poll on Monday. So I'm gonna create it on Friday.
That's cool. I was just wondering. I was gonna still wear mine anyway.
That was my fault.
All good. It's all good. We still got time. It's still young in the season. It's still young in the Muscle Shirt apparel.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna get one of them. I'm gonna get a mask that got Muscle Shirt Friday on there too. All right. With that being said, we are done with tonight's show. As always, we'll give you our salute, and we'll see y'all on Friday. We out.